Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Digital Natives. I've been your humble host, Sami Mohamud, and today's topic, I'm being joined by two lovely guests, and I would let them introduce themselves, starting with my right.
I am Yinka Olumide, and I am a recent telecoms engineering graduate.
Welcome to the show, Yinka.
Thank you.
And on my left,
I'm Apogoing Kuru. I'm a fashion designer and a writer also.
okay, so today's topic focuses on traffic in Lagos, and this stems from a statistical evidence that shows that 80 people transit into Lagos per hour.
Yeah.
Which, if you do the basic maths for, means over 3,000 people are coming into the state per day. You don't even want to know what it means per year, but yeah. I just want to pick your brains on, first of all, understanding what's causing this traffic, and if or what solutions are there that could be implemented to actually curb the situation of traffic in Lagos.
Okay.
So let's start with why. What's happening? Why are we seeing so much traffic in Lagos?
Okay, I'll start from personal experience, from what I've seen driving on the roads, be it the mainland, be it the island. Traffic, for me, aside the government issues and the whole big ones out there, let's start from the basics. Nigerians, we are impatient. In fact, Lagosians, we are impatient. We're always fighting on the road. We're fighting for space. We're fighting to see who can move faster.
Yeah.
That's where accidents come in.
Yeah.
We're taking the wrong turns. We'll take one way. We'll miss a turn. You know, there's so many different things. Like Kose, like yesterday, I was at 1004. The traffic was from all the way from Falomo Bridge to 1004 opposite Law School. By the time we got past like Law School, we just saw it was just because someone wanted to turn left and the car was just in front of him going straight. It was almost an accident. One was going right. So all of them were just blocked there.
Yeah.
And they cost 30 minutes traffic. So right from there up till the toll gate, the road was free. So it's just something like this, like little things like this actually do cause traffic. I mean, there are much bigger causes, but let's even start with the little ones.
Yeah,
the one that you can
changed,
easily like get rid of,
Yes.
something like that. You can easily get rid of it. For me, it's just impatience. I mean,
And I would say
Yeah.
bad roads also,
Yeah.
because you have a whole lot of potholes on the road and everybody wants to fit in one small tiny space,
Yeah.
and you have pothole and one person have to slow down, another person have to go ahead, and everybody is rushing to somewhere.
Yeah.
In Lagos, we are all rushing to somewhere. So that bad roads too is also the cause of this traffic. And have you seen the tankers and trailers along Apapa?
Apapa
That's
Road,
another
yeah.
thing. It's crazy when you see that, because they've occupied like 3 to 4 lanes and you're left with one lane.
Just one lane.
And everybody has to squeeze in and try to
Yeah.
fit in that particular lane. And that particular lane, you still have potholes. It's still
Yeah,
bad.
slow down
So everybody
everywhere.
has to slow down. So I think it's a major issue. It's a major issue, bad roads.
Actually, speaking on tankers and impatience, I feel like if I was supposed to add to that, my personal experience with traffic is so much. I can't even
imagine.
notice that. But the two major people I really have issues with each time I'm in traffic are people with escorts and then the Keke Marwa.
Yeah.
First of all, the Keke Marwa, those guys, they're in the league of their own when it comes to stability, because they don't understand that their vehicle isn't small as they think it is. Like, they feel like, I don't know if someone has been telling them that it's your keke, or will I say Okada, say big person, because they have this idea that any small space they can penetrate, they're in there, and then they always feel like they have the right of way before you because of their car or their vehicle.
And then they'll smashing your mirror.
Yeah,
Yes.
like they will hit you and then they'll be looking at you like, why are you so out? And you're like,
Yeah, because
"There's no
everybody's
space
right.
there." Yeah,
It's because
true.
everybody's right in Lagos.
Yeah.
Everybody knows more better than the other person.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be the king of the road. Everybody has more access. And then you start hearing English like, do you know who I am? Do you know who I
Yeah, I
am?
don't know
And
who I am.
everyone's talking like, do you know who I am? And if you check that, nobody actually. So,
Okay, so in terms of the actual 80 people that are coming in per hour, what do you think they're coming in for? Like, okay, I know maybe the basic answer might be business, but
Yeah.
there has to be something more than the business, because if it's just the business, then okay, the best solution is just create businesses around or outside Lagos. But I feel like there's more to it than just the business, and I don't.
I mean, even before that 80 people coming, I mean, I don't know how recent that statistic is.
Yeah.
But as of the past 3 to 4 years, the population of Lagos has been about around 20 million. So that's full
That's a
enough
lot of
in
people.
such a small landmass.
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
imagine 3,000 people coming in per day
day.
again. what's happening, like what's bringing everyone here. But it's just I think the clients, a lot of vendors, or like, for me, it's because Lagos is well marketed.
Yes.
So everyone looks. What you have in Lagos, I'm pretty sure you have quite a bit in other states. But Lagos, the branding, the market, as Nigerians say, the packaging.
The
Yeah, the
packaging.
Packaging. Lagos has the package. We have the sauce.
Definitely.
So everyone sees it in Lagos and like, those guys are really good. Well, let me go
Yeah,
there and
yeah.
actually patronize and let me see what I can get from there. But that now causes issues.
Because you're only just adding to the
Yeah,
population.
you're only
that's
just
already
Yeah,
adding to
there.
the
just adding.
population.
Yeah.
And some of them just come to turn up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just come for the nightlife in
Come for the
Lagos.
nightlife,
And just
yeah.
have fun
The
and go back
events.
and
But funny
Every
enough,
time.
you know what? Maybe this is me just plugging share, but I've heard Ibadan nightlife is better than Lagos also. For those of you out there,
Ibadan nightlife.
should start going to Ibadan.
Well, like I said, Lagos is packaging and branding.
Yeah.
Ibadan
Definitely.
nightlife might actually be better, but we don't see it.
Yeah.
yes,
So,
because Lagos has a way of packaging its own
Packaging,
nightlife.
all the
You
Instagram,
understand?
Snapchat, you see
Yes.
everybody are like, all the Insta slay queens are all from Lagos, or even people are coming from Abuja to Lagos to turn up.
that's true.
Yes.
That's very
Abuja,
true.
that should
is
actually
very
be a big place, but they're coming all the way to Lagos. So
way
yeah,
bigger place than Lagos. as well.
so this happens, and then the roads in Lagos are so narrow, so
Yes.
small, and then just imagine having so many cars on such narrow roads. Come on. Like, I was going to Lekki around 11 a.m. This was a couple of weeks back, like 11 a.m. at past Third Mainland Bridge, right from Osborne all the way to the toll gate. Just dead traffic. And I was wondering, are you people not supposed to be at work?
Yeah.
What are you doing on the road like 11 a.m.? Come on, work starts at 9 or 8. But
Yeah,
11
sure.
or
Mind you,
12.
it's not all of us that are working.
Well,
But I mean, with the amount of people you see on the
Most
road,
of us are self-employed, so we have logistics
that's another thing,
everywhere.
because the driver, the other person in the car with me was saying, some people will be going for meeting. Even people at work will be going for meetings
meetings,
somewhere
yes.
else. They may be going for another event. So in Lagos, I've realized that there are events happening literally every week. If it's not a meeting, it's one concert. If it's not a concert, it's conference.
yeah.
There's always, Lagos is too busy.
So
It's too,
busy.
even at night, you'll be surprised there's traffic at night.
we'll take a quick break right now. And for those of you at home, I hope you've been enjoying yourself. This is still Digital Natives. Keep it locked. Welcome back to the show. It's still Digital Natives. I'm still your host, Sami Mohamud. And I still have my two lovely guests with me, and that is Yinka and Nkiru. So we've been talking about traffic in Lagos, and actually we were reaching a point of discussing the solutions. But just to give a recap, Yinka, you said the traffic in Lagos is caused a lot by the impatience of the drivers on the road, and which I really agreed with as well, because you have situations where even like the lawmakers too are breaking these road rules because of
Very true.
impatience. And you also spoke about bad roads and tankers as well,
Yeah.
being one of the major factors. Okay, so let's actually just move forward from there and try to figure up solutions or suggestions to reduce this traffic situation.
Well, in terms of solutions and suggestions, the first thing you have to think of is, how do we realistically get off a quarter of the cars from Lagos roads? Because
Quarter.
well, when I say a quarter, the reason why I say a quarter, first of all, is let's not bite more than we can chew.
Yes.
We want to implement a solution. We have to first of all test it and see how well it works, because it can have a bounce back effect.
Definitely.
When you say a quarter, if you say half or three quarter, that's trying to push it
Yeah,
a bit too
yeah,
far.
yeah,
Let's try and see, okay, can we get a quarter off,
Yes.
and can that successfully work? So one thing I'm even thinking of is the train system that's going from Marina up to like the Apapa Road. I can't remember exactly where it starts from. I don't know how long it's going to take to complete that project. But when it's eventually completed, how many people
Are going
will
to
stop
actually
driving
yeah.
and actually start using the public services, especially even with the buses now and all that. The BRT we have, and the new Lagos buses that were just introduced. But
and even the terminal parks.
yeah,
that
and even the
have been,
terminal parks. Hopefully, that's a realistic way of just like getting more people to say, okay, you know what, let me try out this public transport system
leave
and let's
my
see
car
how well
home.
it works. But
then what do you actually now do to make those people want to leave their cars at home? Because as much as you have this alternative
Yeah.
transport people still rather drive themselves.
Drive
I
themselves.
think probably when you add more taxes to the car, for instance, if they have 4 or 5 cars, like a family, and the father goes out with one, the mother goes out with one, and the children. Also, when you have more taxes to this car, people will try to reduce the number of
amount
cars
that
they
can
have. Yes.
Actually, one thing they have in developed countries is a
Congestion charge,
Yeah,
yeah.
which I really feel like if they implemented that in Lagos, the roads will clear.
And
Everybody likes to
what
pay
you're talking
extra.
about the train, what about the water transport system?
Yeah, that's
You know,
another.
Lagos we have so many water,
But to me, I
and
think they do have one though.
they have
to the
one,
island.
they have one, but if we can have more ferries on the water, if
No,
it's
but not
more
even
regulated.
actual, not
just
even actual
one.
ferries. There's private motorboats. I don't
Yeah.
know
Yes,
if
they
just
have
carries cars.
motorboats, but
Yeah.
people don't usually use that often, like they use the road.
Yeah.
So
I think the thing is people like to drive themselves. They enjoy being in control of the
They
of the
enjoy
wheel.
like flashing their cars.
Yeah,
You know, like, I
Yes.
get Porsche. You know, come and see me my Porsche.
that kind
but
of
seriously,
thing.
it's causing problems. So why
causing
would you want to
problems.
flash your cars on the road and you'll be
Lagos
stuck
is a
in
place
traffic?
to the ego.
Yeah.
Lagos big men want to raise shoulder like so that everybody knows that Nami get this place. You understand?
Okay, so probably when they start paying tax on their car, we'll now know who wants
Who
to show
actually
that has the
has
money and wants to show us
It's
the
true.
ego.
You
It's
understand?
true. Okay, so so now you've mentioned taxation. You've also mentioned alternative transport routes. Any other solutions?
I mean, it's a tough one to call, right? To be fair, because realistically, especially we need to first of all accommodate the population of Lagos. We need to somehow accommodate the population of Lagos because Lagos roads are. It's not even just filled with cars; it's filled with people. Markets, like they also block the road. Market people. They
Yes.
also block the road with their stores and you know.
And even these trains that are being made now, like it's really messing up their business
Yeah.
because they have to.
I mean,
relocate and
Tejo
stuff.
at Yaba here, it looks slightly decent now.
Yeah.
Before they built that shopping complex,
Yeah.
the road was something else. The road was something else. In fact, there was even one lane there because the other lane was just filled with
It was
market people
market,
and stores.
yes.
You understand?
Even Yaba,
So,
Yaba is
yeah,
like
but
that
like
now. Yeah.
you understand, so you have to sort of accommodate.
But
like,
do you now not see it as okay if we try to get these people off the road, right? I've heard this scenario of okay, we need to move some of these people off the routes of transportation.
Yeah.
But I've also heard these same people go if like say you build a railway now, they will damage the road because it's affecting their business. So I feel like there needs to be a re-education.
yeah, but they'll damage it if you move them there. I don't create a place for them to go.
But then I mean the place wasn't created for them to be there in the first place. So you moving them
well,
there.
there was. It's just imagine like people.
But is
with
it the
business.
government's responsibility to create a place for them?
Well, to be fair, it's
Other than the designated market areas.
well, the designated market areas. Do they have enough stalls?
Okay,
Or
but some
do they
people
have-
like nah. Okay, it's just like with the Malam kiosk now. It's not like and the ones that are set up right in front of your house.
Yeah, those ones
You
are
don't-
not blocking the road. 'cause
They're not.
in
But no.
residential
I'm
area.
trying to say like you don't give those people spaces, but they
Yeah.
still come and set it up there. So even if you gave them enough space, you gave them 100 spaces for stores,
Yeah.
you still get a few people that will still come and camp outside. And
Then those
create
are
their
illegal.
own- Yeah.
Then definitely, I think there should be a penalty for that.
Okay.
So once there's a penalty for that, people won't come out
Yeah.
to now block the road or
Okay.
probably stay in an area where it's not assigned to you to
So-
do business. So
now this is now putting penalties for those that obstruct traffic.
Yeah.
definitely.
All right. Okay. So
Because
that's
they're
another
obstructing
solution.
it by illegal means. To be fair.
Okay. Any further? Okay, I think we were talking about the ferries before, actually. Yeah. Do you want to evaluate on that, actually? Because it's not like we don't have a ferry system now.
Yeah.
It's just that people are not using it as much. So how can we get people to participate into taking the ferries more?
You wanna go?
So some people are scared of the ferry wanting to capsize. Some people don't really trust the system.
True.
I, for one, I don't really trust the ferry system, probably because I have phobia for water. So people like us should be kept on the road. And people that don't have phobia for water should go on the road. Some people enjoy it.
Yeah.
Some people just go on the ferry rides for
Yeah,
just for
just
the
for
fun
fun,
of
yeah,
it. Some
yeah.
people just go on a yacht ride, a yacht ride rather,
Yeah.
for the fun of it, and just want to just see the sun and feel the water.
Yeah.
At least there's a party on
living their
the
best
water
life.
and all.
Yeah.
So those ones can apply the transport system like by using the ferries. But those that cannot should remain on the road, and those that can use the water system.
Realistically, like let's even say a private company comes up with something of the ferry. Things that if you want to get a business out there, people who have tried it, people who have used it, and they like the service, you get their feedback, and you try and push it out to the general public. It's just a case of who has the money to invest into this.
Yes,
You know, who has
and just
enough money
do
to put out to
adverts.
invest
Yeah,
into
you
it,
have
who
to
can- and
advertise it.
who's ready to maintain it, because it's not just about setting it up. The maintenance is also there. You
Yes.
see, the problem we have with some of our roads, they fill the potholes, they make the new road. Maintenance is an issue.
Well, I don't know why that's always an issue. Maintenance. Is it not supposed to be the same contractors that you contract to build the road and maintain it, or are you supposed to get another set of?
I
Because
don't know.
really-
Probably it's not written in the contract
Yeah,
agreement.
that's true. That's
Yes,
actually
because
something
if it
I've
is
heard.
written in the contract agreement, then definitely, if you make this road, you have to maintain it. I don't know. I didn't read the contract agreement, so I don't know. But I just feel that it's not there, because if it is there and there's penalties, you have to hold the company responsible for that road each time the road gets bad. And I think everybody wants to be up in their toe and do something about it when it gets bad. So I don't know if the company should be responsible or the government should be responsible, but there should be a way that they can look into that and probably draw out an agreement, and they both agree. And if there's a cause, a punishment, a penalty for you not maintaining the road, I think there should be a way they have to do it.
Let me ask. This might be a very dreamy question, but do you think Nigeria, or let me start with Lagos, do you think we can have an underground system?
At the moment, no. Why I say that is because if you look at the countries that have underground systems, right, and the cities that do, they've had it for over centuries.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
But we can start.
No, how?
saying that is not
I
working
feel
now.
Lagos, there's so many water.
there's-
And we need to get to one point. We've never, even if it's just land, I don't think we can even put that up now. Now you're talking where you have water, so many water on the ground, because on the island, many places just filled up
Yeah.
before this building is erected.
Yeah.
So you have to deal with that
Okay.
also. And I don't think presently we have what it takes to get to that point now, because one, the power system,
Yeah.
you need constant power,
Electricity.
electricity to do that. So, and we all know how the power system is, and
Yeah, I mean,
Nigeria.
there's a lot of logistics and planning that goes into it. We are struggling to maintain the logistics and planning on the road.
Yeah.
You now want to take it underground. That's going to be tough. That's
I
going to be
mean,
tough.
I'm not. I didn't expect that. Okay, yeah. By next week they'll finish the underground.
No.
But like, can you maybe by the time we're grandparents?
That's
you
well, who knows?
see
I
that?
mean, like if someone may have the vision, someone may have had the
Yeah.
vision for the past 10
That's-
years and they're working on it, but the vision it doesn't just
Happen
start
like that,
by
yeah, it needs other
we
factors,
underground.
yeah.
You need to sort out the basic thing, electricity.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you know, what about the fire extinguishing system? Firefighters, how quickly can they respond to any? Not just firefighters, but like rapid response squad. How
Yeah.
quickly can they respond to any like hazard, any
Yeah,
mishap?
yeah.
You know, so these are things you have to test on the road before
Yeah,
you
before
see
you can
go
go
like
and
underground,
dive in,
because
yeah.
underground is another level. Trust me.
So I mean, because I'm just really trying to find alternate transport routes now.
Yeah.
We mentioned the train. We mentioned the ferries. I tried to bring underground there just to be classy. But do you have any kind of suggestions from something you've seen somewhere else that's working for them? Like I know, like also for example in the Western states they have these self-ride bikes
Yeah.
which you pay. Actually, I don't see that working.
Yeah,
here.
that's that way. It's still going to be on the road anyway. We're trying to get
Definitely.
more people off.
Off
No,
the
it's not
road.
even that. But they're trying to because they want to promote a culture of cycling. Because
Yeah.
even if you have 100 bicycles on the road, you still have way less traffic than if you have.
But they
5
have
cars on the road.
cycle lanes.
Cycle lanes.
In Nigeria, we don't
actually,
have
so
cycle
yeah,
lanes.
maybe that's actually a thing because this goes back to your tanker problem. If we create designated lanes for
But
designated
where's the space on
transport.
the road to create cycle lanes? Like,
Because you
that's-
remember when the first BRT bus came, they had
Yeah.
BRT lanes, and
Yeah.
it was said that you were not allowed to enter
Enter
that.
the- people enter there
You
today.
enter.
Ah.
The Lagos,
Alive.
you cannot. You create new road and tell us not to enter.
It's a
Behave
lie.
yourself. But yeah, don't you now see that as something that we actually need to now actually focus on, create penalties if you need.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah.
get serious with that.
Especially for tankers.
For tankers,
Yes.
yeah.
Because I know that either they create a lane for tankers or they give them specific times to be on the road.
On the road.
Yeah.
That is maybe after 11 p.m. You can now start your journey.
They literally park on the road and sleep on the road.
Yeah, I know.
So I think where they don't
Even
even
this
have
Echo
where they're
Bridge
supposed to
here
park.
coming to
Yes.
Sydney.
Bridge, yeah.
At night,
They
you don't
park
want to
every
sit down.
hour.
yeah.
You see them.
But the thing with these laws is They make the laws, they enforce the laws. The first 5 months maybe it works.
Yeah.
The next 6 months it's gone.
So it still
Yes.
goes back to that problem of
It's still back to square one.
Yeah.
You get it has to be a law where okay, we are going to sit down on this law. Whoever has two heads, and you need people in Lagos. I know this one. I know the Chief Justice. I can break the law and get
I
with
know
it.
the Chief Justice.
So if you know somebody, you also the lawmakers too. You need to have
Yeah.
like big people who can
We need
say.
to actually have a responsible lawmaking body.
People that
That's
have
actually-
mouth in this Lagos, people have power. You say, okay, you know what? Enough is enough. You're not going to do this.
Yeah.
We're going to make this law. You're going to stick to it whether I like it or not. If you don't like it, get out.
Yes.
So now that we've had this discussion, would you see a progress happening in terms of the decongesting Lagos in the near future, or is you think it's a problem that is still growing and will continue keep growing?
As long as Lagos is a city where the money is, everybody wants to be where the money is.
Money and life.
Yes. So as long as Lagos is a city where the money is, and that cannot be taken away from Lagos, I don't think they would do it now or anytime soon. But peradventure, if we decide to do it, first we have to look at how to not have so many people fit in the small landmarks. You can't just fix a whole lot of people in this scope and expect us to have roads, expect us to use the water, expect us to use that. So I think first they need to, if you don't have anything reasonable to do in Lagos, you're not making, some people just come for the fun and all. So when you come to Lagos for that, probably you should just stay in your house, go out when you're supposed to go out for business. You don't just go on the road for nothing. Don't just drive out for nothing. Some people just drive out for nothing. Just they'll say, I want to cruise around town, like do the tourist thing and all. I don't see why.
What if we make Lagos
Tourist buses.
What?
Were you going to say tourist buses?
Well, no, not tourists, but like just when she said people come into Lagos just to turn up. What if we now make Lagos like a place that needs some kind of visa access?
Visa.
Well, not a visa, but just some special
You need special
access.
entry, like to enter Lagos. And
So
then-
like
and
if you're
then-
now coming on a Wednesday and your purpose is just for turn up, and the next turn up is on Friday, they will not let you in until Friday. Maybe Friday you can come back for that.
So who's
purpose.
going to stay at the border of Lagos?
yes,
and-
Well, you obviously create a force for it. That's what I'm saying. If that's the solution you want to suggest, then you have to create a force that would now
So you want to turn to Donald Trump and build a wall?
Yes.
That's the only case then, because seriously, because sometimes you actually see that some distances to some places, the traffic is unnecessary. A distance of 20 minutes, you'll be in the traffic for 2 hours. You said it, how you were on that civic center. I pass it every day, so I know how stupid the traffic there is. It's so unnecessary. And you're right, it's always usually by that far from one place.
Yeah.
As soon as you pass it, you just see the road is free to
Free.
the toll gate. You now be looking back and you still see people still trying to force themselves into this small lane.
Some people that are so religious will say there is a demonic meeting happening because you just get to the front and you don't even see the actual cause of the
You
traffic.
won't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
That's what baffles me every time I
Yeah.
pass that. You don't see the cause. You just see that people are slow to enter one lane.
Only,
and-
yes.
But anyways, all right. Yinka and Nkiru, thank you very much for joining me on today's episode. I hope you guys have had fun.
Yeah, fun.
Yes.
Thanks for having us.
I hope you also go out there. You also try and have these conversations with other people because I feel like this is something that the more people are speaking about it in the public discourse, the more it gets to the people that can change it for us.
Yes.
And also, this also goes for those of you at home. Please, all the topics we keep discussing on this show is not just for you to come and watch and just enjoy. I also want you to be able to discuss it with your private audience and then try and make it a public discourse so that we can change the country from this very studio. And on that note, the show is still Digital Natives. The station is still Aleeftvng. Keep it locked. Until next time, I'm Sami Mohamud.